different view from my sickbed, so to speak. Still struggling with a cold. But I thought I'd go ahead and do a bit of a book haul for you. These are books that I acquired kind of the end of January and through a large portion of February. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the two books that I actually showed in my previous Friday Reads video. That was Corpse Party, Blood Covered, Volume 4. It was just a really great horror manga that takes place in this school that sort of had disappeared. It's multi-dimensional and evil spirits and attacking these kids, and they're kind of all separated by different dimensions. But it has just a really interesting storyline. Like I said, the artwork is just fantastic, so I'm really enjoying that, and I've already got about just that much left to read in it. And then I also picked up a copy of J.K. Rowling's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is the screenplay, so it is literally written in a screenplay format. I have not seen the movie, so the overall plot I really don't know much of other than what I've seen little snippets of in the trailer. So I'm literally just about to launch off on that one. I mean, got an appropriate bookmark there, I thought. So yeah, I picked that one up at Barnes & Noble. And as I mentioned in my video, it's currently 50% off, so if you haven't gotten a copy yet, hurry in. The next ones are a couple of used books I picked up. This one I got at a thrift store called Savers. This is Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. I have not read anything by her yet. I have a copy of Northanger Abbey, which I actually want to start with first, and then I'll kind of dive into that one, but got a good deal on it. It was only like $3, so happy to have that. I also ordered online a used copy of this particular book. This is Nathaniel Hawthorne's The House of Seven Gables. Now this is a book I had first attempted to read maybe 20 years ago, maybe more now. I've kind of lost track. I know it was quite some time ago, but I got just totally bored with it. It just seemed too dense and overly descriptive to the point where I just couldn't follow the plot, and I put it down. So I never actually finished this. So since so much time has gone by, and since I've read a lot more classics since then, I thought I'd give it a new perspective and give it another try. So this is, says it's an enduring novel of crime and retribution. It vividly reflects the social and moral values of New England in the 1840s. It's a gripping psychological drama that concerns the Pynchon family, a dynasty founded on pious theft who live for generations under a dead man's curse until their house is finally exorcised by love. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and give this another shot. This is not the cover I ordered. I ordered it in one of these, but when you're ordering online used books, you never know what you're going to get. This creepy guy, somebody named Mr. S. Vaughn, painted by Sheldon Peck in 1845. Okay, whatever. Hopefully it's more interesting than the cover. The next one I happened to spot at Friends of the Library sale, and just the title alone caught my attention. Had to get it. It's the Wanted Bookshop by Christopher Morley. It's a book I've never heard of at all. It's actually published by Barnes & Noble, which I thought was funny. It's one of their their bargain books. And this originally came out in 1919, and this is a 2004 reprint of it, complete with some illustrations kind of spread out throughout the book there. The only thing I know about it, it just says it finds a Roger Mifflin running a second-hand bookshop in Brooklyn. This is no ordinary shop, as is stated on Mr. Mifflin's sign. Parnassus at home, R&H Mifflin. Book lovers welcome. This shop is haunted. Indeed, it says the Parnassus at home is inhabited by many lively spirits, though not all are among the living. The literary past and present collide to enliven the ideal atmosphere for life and love. A bookstore. Book lovers welcome indeed. So, yeah, if anybody's ever heard of this particular book or author, let me know, but couldn't pass it up. Literally was 50 cents, seriously. The next bunch are some manga that I picked up. I saw this one on some various channels. This is The Girl from the Other Side, Volume 1. Story and art by Nagabi. And, yeah, I'll just read the back of it here. It just says, once upon a time, in a land far away, there were two kingdoms. The outside, where twisted beasts roam that could curse with a touch, and the inside, where humans lived in safety and peace. The girl and the beast should never have met, but when they do, a quiet fairy tale begins. This is the story of two people, one human, one inhuman, who linger in the hazy twilight that separates night from day. I've heard some really good, it says it's kind of actually pretty sweet, even though it's sort of like a dark fairy tale type thing. There's so many illustrations here. He becomes sort of like a teacher for her and kind of protecting her, so yeah, thought I'd give that one a try. It's a really small little one too, the format. Then I picked up Attack on Titan Before the Fall, Volume 1. I've read volumes 1 through 20 of the actual series Attack on Titan, so this is sort of like a prequel series to it. It just says, a child of carnage, cut alive from his mother's womb after she had been eaten by a rampaging Titan, Kuklo has spent his life in chains as a freakish curiosity and a feared abomination. Eventually, the boy they call the Titan's son finds himself sold to a wealthy merchant, Dario Incensio, as a plaything for his cruel and ambitious son, Zabi. Kuklo knows nothing but abuse and neglect, but help may come from the most unexpected place. So I'm hoping they'll show a little bit more of like the origins of when they built like the walled-in cities to kind of keep these humongous titans out and everything. But yeah, it's a really cool series if you're looking for a good manga to read. Attack on Titan, and like I said, now I'm delving into the prequels. Another one I got is Junji Ito's Dissolving Classroom. This is sort of a master of horror manga, as you can just tell by the melting people, literally on the cover. Pretty gruesome. See if I can read the kind of very tiny print back here. It says a pair of twisted siblings, Yuma, a young man obsessed with the devil, and Chizumi, the worst little sister in recorded history, cause all sorts of tragic and terrifying things to happen wherever they go. These scary short stories will shock you with a literal interpretation of the ills that plague modern society. And he definitely has a different style to his artwork. I mean, the cover kind of says it all, but it's a skinny little one, just made up of all sorts of short stories. And on a much larger scale by this same mangaka is this one. This is Tomi. It's a complete, all-in-one, I think this is all like a bind-up or omnibus. I'm not sure if it's multiple or they just made it into one gigantic one, but I'll read you the back here. This is really creepy. Murdered again and again, one girl always comes back for more. Excuse me. Tomi Kawakami is a femme fatale with long black hair and a beauty mark just under her left eye. She can seduce nearly any man and drive them to murder as well, even though the victim is often Tomi herself. While one lover seeks to keep her from himself, another grows terrified at the immortal succubus. But soon they realize that no matter how many times they kill her, the world will never be free of Tomi. Yeah, here's an idea of like what some of the artwork is like, and it can be pretty gruesome, but it sounds like a really intriguing story, so I'm looking into delving into that one. This is like the third book I have in this kind of red, white, and black series by this particular mangaka. I have Gyo and Uzumaki, which is really, really good, so I'll look into try that one out. Next is a advanced copy I picked up at work, and I'm really interested in reading this one pretty soon too. This is called All Are Wrong Todays, and that's by Ellen Mastai, and this is sort of about a man named, what's his name here, Tom Barron. It's like back in the world of like 1950s, you know, you dreamed of this amazingly almost science fiction future, you know, flying cars and things like that, moving sidewalks as it describes it. Well, he is from that time in 2016, but something happens where he travels to like our 2016, and it's like a dystopian world to him. Like, where is all the, you know, amazing technology that exists in his world? And so he's sort of like trapped there, and everything just seems, he's kind of stranded. But then he kind of comes across, it says, unexpected versions of his family, his career, maybe even his soulmate. And now he has to kind of make this decision to try and find ways to redirect the world to his future, his 2016, or to kind of find a new life in this, you know, this history that he's trapped into. So it sounds really, really intriguing. I kind of read just the first couple of sentences, and it kind of makes me want to pick it up very, very soon. So this one is, I think it's out already. Yeah, it came out in February 7th of this year. Excuse me. I tell you, this cold is really kicking me. Okay, the next one of my most anticipated books this year, came out in February. I think I want to say about, that was early February, about a week ago or two. And that's Kim Harrison's The Turn. Now, this is the prequel series to the Hollows series, which is like one of my favorite urban fantasies. It's a 13-book series. And this is sort of how that world in Cincinnati and everything, how it kind of came to be. It's an urban fantasy that exists with, you know, vampires and werewolves and pixies and banshees and all sorts of creatures. And I am super excited to see how she creates the world within here in this little prequel to it. So she returns to her beloved Hollow series with The Turn, the official prequel to the series that introduced readers to a side of Rachel Morgan's world they've never seen before. Can science save us when all else fails? Trisk and her hated rival Cal have the same goal, save their species from extinction. But death comes in the guise of hope when a genetically modified tomato created to feed the world combines with the government's new tactical virus, providing it an unexpected host and a mode of transport. Plague rises, giving the paranormal species the choice to stay hidden and allow humanity to die, or to show themselves in a bid to save the human race. Under accusations of scientific misconduct, Trisk and Cal flee across the plague-torn United States to convince leaders of the major paranormal species to save their supposedly weaker kin. Not everyone thinks humanity should be saved, though, and Trisk must fight the prejudices of two societies to prove not only that humanity does have something to offer, but also that the long-accepted beliefs against women, dark magic, and humanity itself can turn to understanding. That when people are at their worst, the best show their true strength, and that love can hold the world together as a new balance is found. So, yeah, can't wait to dive into this one. And the last couple of items I have here are both Doctor Who related. First one is one I, for some reason, hadn't gotten right away when it came out, but I have now rectified that situation. This is the second leather-bound edition in the Doctor Who series, put out by Barnes & Noble, and it is just a gorgeous edition. This one has Remembrance of the Daleks by Ben Aronovich and Prisoner of the Daleks by Trevor Baxendale. Remembrance of the Daleks, I believe, was the one with that was actually on TV featuring the 7th Doctor, Sylvester McCoy. And these are just gorgeous editions. I mean, had to have that in my collection. So yeah, there's that. And the next one, also a super cool box set, and it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 books in it. But they're really tiny. It is the Time Lord Fairy Tales. I think they originally had this in a 1-book format, like they did with the 12 Doctor set, which I had, which I can't quite get to at the moment because I'm surrounded by piles of books. But again, it's like these mini little books. You can kind of check out some of the titles there, but I'll read them off. And they look super cool. They're all actually tiny little hardcover books. So we have the Emperor Dalek's New Clothes, Snow White and the 7 Keys to Doomsday, Little Rose Riding Hood, Cinderella and the Magic Box, The Gingerbread Trap, Helena and the Beast, Andiba and the Four Slitheen, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, The Garden of Statues, Frozen Beauty, The Three Little Centaurans, The Three Brothers Griff, The Grief Collector, The Scruffy Piper, looks like the 2nd Doctor there, The Twins in the Wood, and finally, Jack and the Wormhole. So yeah, pretty nice set. I really like the fact that they did them in all the little hardcovers too. It's quite nice. There's that box, really sturdy box set too. So yeah, 16 tales of ancient wonder and mystery passed down through the generations of Time Lords. So yeah, that's my book haul. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna go get something to drink now because my throat's getting really scratchy and I'm super hot. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if any of these sound interesting to you or if you've read any of them. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.